technical cancer experts. They were unable to show it. But they have come here in closing submissions to insist that that was the nature of the invitation. It is a rule of ethics in trial advocacy that an advocate must never submit outside the evidence. Counsel for the Assembly have breached that rule of ethics. They have said that the governor misrepresented to the Minister of Devolution that these were technical people. They are told, okay, these people are said in a letter dated 29th May 2023 to be technical staff. Who is technical staff? Isn't the governor's security a technical security staff? Isn't the governor's PA a technical administrative staff? Where was that word technical staff defined as a term of art? They can't show you. Then they say, we ask them, okay, the next week, the same county government writes the Minister of Devolution specifying these people's names and their designation, which you confirm is correct. So if they intended to mislead, where are they now clearly spelling out these people's designation before these people travel? They can't answer, but in their final submission, they still insist there was misrepresentation, a poor way of advancing the jurisprudence on impeachment. You'll be told this nepotism is in the engagement and employment of Edwin Mutuma Murangiri, a nephew to the governor. I've spoken about that. The lesser I say about it, the better. Nefat Kinyua, the governor's brother-in-law, in public knowledge. I mean, what kind of behavior is this? Assigning diplomatic duties. You'll be told the evidence that diplomatic duties were assigned is in a Facebook post. You are told, okay, read that Facebook post. Where does it assign diplomatic duties to the governor's relatives? It is not there. It's those pictures you see there. If you look at them carefully, they are speaking. Those pictures are speaking about diplomatic duties. Surely, a Senate to be engaged in that, I was a little embarrassed. That's 5 minutes. That's okay. Bullying, vilification, demeaning other leaders. We have shown what those leaders have done to the governor. The less I say about it, the better. They actually dared and threw the first stone when they had sinned more. Illegal appointments, I'll talk about this because this is statutory and I have an obligation to guide this Senate on the law. I will refer this Senate to section 64 of the County Government Act. It says, acting appointments shall be made only by the lawful appointing authority and for a specified period. It then says, nothing in this section, nothing that previous section has said, shall prevent a public officer, like the governor here, like the county secretary, those are public officers, from deploying another officer to perform the duties vested in another office during temporary absence, during a vacance that office. You will listen to the case of the county assembly. They will keep quiet on section 64, subsection 4, as if it does not exist. But let's move just further, senators. Subsection 5 says, if it comes to the attention of the County Public Service Board that a public officer has purportedly made an acting appointment, delegation, or deployment, as the case may be, contrary to the provisions of this section, the County Public Service Board shall take necessary corrective action. This is something that the law prescribes its own procedure of remedying. Why would we use a sledgehammer of an impeachment when the law actually prescribes a lesser restrictive measure that can solve the problem? That's what the county assembly has engaged you in. Naming a public road after the husband. Show us the road. Oh, let's go to Facebook. You'll find the... Surely, Senate has been engaged in that argument. I thought they will drop it in their final argument. Council stood here and insisted, we have produced compelling evidence in a Facebook post. That's elevating jokes to new heights. Contempt of the assembly. 1. Tasked to explain where that offense is found in statute. The witness, of course, stuttered. The governor has contextualized all her responses to the county assembly. May I just inform this Senate? You have summoned governors here who have said, let us go to court and interpret the scope of your powers as Senate to invite us, to interrogate us. And you have engaged them in court. That is development of our law. That is not contempt of the assembly. The governor ought to be praised. Is this governor a peacemaker? You saw her with MCS, launching projects in their wards, giving them the opportunity to shine by being the ones who read those projects. You are politicians. You know what that means in terms of dignifying and improving the stature of those MCS. I say, true to her word, this governor is a foremost peacemaker. It matters not whether she shall be brought here 100 times. You cannot victimize her because those who torment her are tireless in their torments against her. I beseech you, senators, to vote against each of these charges overwhelmingly in the interest of your individual and collective conscience. I rest the governor's case.
Senator Okiya Mutata, kindly take your seat.